Oh my God, the life of a showgirl is finally here, and I am completely overwhelmed by the deluge of information that I received from that live stream. I am not used to seeing Taylor Swift in such an unvarnished setting, but we have some things that we need to get into, like very top level stuff that I want to dissect before, I do my deep dive into the album with Madeline for the podcast. First of all, no Jack Antonoff. No Jack Antonoff. That is a very interesting decision to make, especially when the album that this one seems to be mirroring the most is 1989. Him being left off of this record really signals to me something that is so important about Taylor Swift's artistry, which is her response to criticism. And this is a conversation that I have been having for a very, very long period of time. Most recently, I've been talking about how a lot of people in the industry have become resistant to constructive criticism and don't like to take it anymore. Now, the thing about Taylor Swift is that the evolution of her craft and her artistry depends on whether or not she is able to evolve based on the constructive criticism she has received. Every single album that she has created has been created in response to a criticism she received in her prior work. For example, the overall message of Reputation was that it was too dark and it was too heavy and it didn't have enough of classic quintessential Taylor Swift character in it. So she pivots and does an album called Lover, where she writes a bunch of romantic love songs, which is what she was known and loved for. She was kind of accused of appealing to a children's market after she made Lover, of making soulless bangers. And instead, what did she do? She went back to the drawing board, made Folklore and Evermore to prove that she still had the songwriting chops that people had really started to forget that she had after Reputation and Lover. Then people were saying, where's the pop diva? Where's the pop memento? So Midnights came around. The main critique of Midnights was that it was a little surface level. It was kind of shallow. It didn't contain any of her really kind of 24 karat plated Taylor Swift songs. So what did we get? We saw that she was being vague and evasive. What do we get? The most direct to camera album she's ever created with the Tortured Poets Department. Let me tell you everything that I have to say with no varnish at all. And what was the main critique of the Tortured Poets Department? Too much unfiltered commentary, too many lyrics, too many songs, trying to make too much work at once, not having a quality control or a filtering process in her own work. And the way that she talked about the life of a showgirl really indicates to me that the constructive criticism has been absolutely essential yet again at guiding and informing her artistry. She mentioned specifically in the New Heights interview that she loves to write a lot. She loves to write prolifically, but she wanted to really challenge herself and focus on quality and quality on the theme, which is why there are only 12 tracks on this record. I also thought it was really interesting how she referenced working with Max Martin again. She mentioned that they had both gone away and become very different and the most evolved versions of themselves. So to come back and link up together after all this time, I think it was actually a great idea for them to be on pause for a while. They haven't worked together since 2017. I think that that has allowed them to explore different parts of their artistry and come back together and create something even more solid, even more bulletproof than 1989. And I mean, they're the main collaborators on this record. That's what the most direct comparison is going to be. Tracks is not many tracks at all. And she said there's no extra ones coming. She said every single song is essential. So what you're saying is it's front to back and period, point blank. And I am very fucking excited about that.